Hello everybody, how are you doing? Australian Aviation, it will cross-check. We know the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 will be coming to Xbox, but the date is not known just yet. We know we are receiving the Flight Simulator for PC mid 2020, but regarding the Xbox release date, that is still unknown. They are first focusing on PC, and then they are going to be porting to the Xbox. Yep, it is a fact it is coming to Xbox. It is not a fact that it is coming on the year 2020. Eldruix, hello. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Hope you're doing fine. Please do let me know if you guys can hear me a-okay. And let's jump into the cockpit. Let's get this started. All right. So here we are. First thing, let's make sure everything is in order. The trip fuel is going to be around 3 tons on this flight, but we are going to need about 8 tons for our flight because the alternate airport is going to be the same one we are taking off from. So in case we need to go to an alternate airport, we need to be able to fly back. Pudge Gaming, thank you, sir. Far too kind. Okay, so everything looks in order. We are full with passengers. 85 forward, 80 aft. We got like 3 tons aft just to put the center of gravity where it should. Um, we got some like 1,000 kilos on the forward station. Bravo. Everything looks in order. So let's start loading fuel, loading cargo, and loading passengers. And you know what? Let's expedite. Okay, everything is ready now. We can retract the forward stair, close the aft door, close the cargo doors, and close the forward door. And we should be good to go. Yep, there we go. Everything seems to be in order. 737 pilot. Wait, did you say Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 isn't coming on 2020? For PC, yes, it will come on 2020. But regarding Xbox, that is not a fact just yet. We know we are receiving first the PC version and then the Xbox version, but we do not know how long after the PC release we are receiving the Xbox version. Hopefully, it won't take more than a year, but that is something we do not know at the time being. Aviation Talk, you on VATSIM? I am currently not in VATSIM. I had some issues with the server, so it decided not to uh, jump into that. Sparky, crosscheck. Hello, Sparky. How are you doing? Nice to see you again here. It is always such a pleasure. Let's see. I just wanna. Okay, so the weather we got a couple of clouds, so that may be really interesting, and we're gonna be flying with the crosscheck livery. I wanted to use the New Zealand library, but I just didn't find it for the MD80. Maybe I just didn't do a good enough job, but yep, there we go. So, okay, let's start by turning on our battery. Now, this is an aircraft that is really weird, so I'm gonna do my best to know what I'm doing, or try to. It's been a while. Uh, let's turn the start pump on. Let's try and turn our APU on. Where is it? I just don't. Okay, oh, here it is. Starting. Here we go. We're getting some pressure over here, or more like some nice RPMs. Dog 29, and initially they weren't planning VR. No, we're not having VR at launch for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, but it is on the pipeline. Uh, we should have more news regarding the features that are on the pipeline next month, and VR is in that pipeline. I don't know what level of importance VR has on the pipeline right now. I do hope it's quite high because I am sure it's going to be a blast to fly on that simulator with VR. 737 pilot, are we going to need a beast of a PC for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020? Supposedly, you will not be requiring a beast of a computer, but obviously, if you want the full experience and to see everything as best as possible, you need to get the highest of the highest tier in, well, in specs. So yeah, there you go. But you should be able to play it even if you have mid specs. Low specs, I wouldn't count with that. Sparky, I'm fine, thank you. How about you? Hey, the texture on the cabin are really well made, not gonna lie. Thank you, I'm doing pretty fine myself as well, thank you very much. And the textures of the rotate are really, really cool. A little bit heavy on PC usage, but really, really cool. Yeah, and you can see all the dirtiness on the screens and all. It is really cool. The Eldrux, the MD80 is the best plane. I would like flight in there. It is a beautiful, beautiful aircraft, but the controls are really weird. Super, super, super weird. Okay, we got APU, we got APU power. Uh, let's do APU L bus, APU right bus. Air conditioning, let's go for auto for the time being. I think we need the bleed. We don't have much pressure. Maybe it requires the engine, so let's keep those off. So we got a APU bleed on. The APU is now running and stable. They are generating electricity. The APU is, so we are really happy with that. And everything is looking a-okay. Let's turn on our screens. There we go. And this screen over here. There we go. Okay, so let's start setting up. What livery is this flyaway? This is a custom livery, the crosscheck livery. Aviation Talk, do you know if you get Tech Alpha numero uno? I am not sure yet. I am expecting it, but not sure at the time being. Mrs. Puff, have they released the recommended a minimum spec list yet for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020? They have not for the time being. Uh, Hopefully that will be soon. Punda, what's up? What's up, my brother? I'm guessing you are at school right now. I didn't want to bother you, but it's good that you are around. How are you doing today, sir? Okay, so the reference airport. Let me just get everything in order here. So we know we are departing from, give me a sec. I don't know what I left my, okay, here it is. This is for the alternate, not the one I want. Okay, so November, where are you, November? Blah, 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 blah. November Zulu Alpha Alpha. That is our reference airport. Actually, what we need to do is get this bad boys over here all the way up to nav. IRS set to nav. We can continue the computer. Copy, pasta, route, origin, November Zulu Alpha Alpha. That is correct. And we are arriving at November Zulu Whiskey November. Here we go. And now we are flying first to Limes. Let's type out Limes. Should be the first one. And we were flying directly to Carl. This should be the one. Next page. After Carl, we take the airway Yankee 506. So it's Yankee 506. That should take us to Papa. Tango, Papa, Alpha, Papa, Alpha. All right, and that is pretty much it. Activate, execute, iris not aligned. Okie dokie, thank you. So, no execute for the time being. Perf init. There we go. Fuel, cross weight, reserves. Well, we are kind of in, let's say 2 tons. Cost index, let's go for a 50. Cruise altitude, as far as I can tell, 320. Should be a-okay. Transition altitude in New Zealand, as far as I know, is 13,000 feet. So there we go. Takeoff. 17 degrees Celsius. And for the speeds, it would be best to have our flaps in this aircraft so it gives us the good V speeds. Let's make sure the hydraulics are a-okay. Hydraulic pressures are at 30. And let's set the V speeds. There we go. Oh no, wait, my bad. I need to set the flaps. Let's do 11. They are disagreeing at the moment. Going down all the way to 11. There we go, 11. So now the V speeds should change. 138, 142, 149. Now we got our V speeds. Let's turn off our hydraulics. Alrighty. Ba ba ba. Yeah, Australia. That's a different time zone. That is for sure. No longer Sunday over there. Shame, shame. Mrs. Puff. I've never seen snow. Ooh, I lived in Canada for a little bit. Uh, so yeah, snow was all around me. That was crazy. It's awesome, but it's also a pain in the ass. I remember I slipped a couple of times. Uh, it's just ice and snow is just an accident waiting to happen. It's quite terrible. It's in transition 11,000 feet. Let me just make sure. Transition altitude in New Zealand. I'm Googling that. Transition altitude in New Zealand, the transition altitude is 13,000 feet. There you go. That is what VAT New Zealand, VAT and Zulu.net says. So yeah, it seems that 13,000 feet is the transition altitude for New Zealand. Johnson Fernandez. I hope that information is up to date. 18 out of 10 mean, hey, crosscheck. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Nice to have you around on the stream. Sparky, Mrs. Puff, you lucky. You have nut weather almost every day. It's getting colder here, and it's like 10 degrees Celsius now. Oof. It's gonna get chilly, isn't it? Sparky, crosscheck. Did you forget how snow it intense here? 40 centimeters of snow at minus 40 degrees Celsius. Like minus 40 degrees Celsius is the wind chill or like the temperature because that is intense. Fabsa, awesome streaming, good flights from Rio de Janeiro. Thank you, sir, for reaching the stream. Always awesome. Uh, some Brazil love over here. Mrs. Puff, everyone says that we are lucky having hot weather. Sometimes it's awesome, but every day is miserable. Okay, let's continue with our setup over here. So yeah, we got the V speeds, everything looks in order. Let's go to departure. We know we are going to be taking runway 23 left, and the departure is going to be Lengu to Papa as far as this says. Lengu to Papa, there we go. It's selected, and we fly to Limes, so let's do a transition to Limes. That should be a-okay. How is the... Oh, it seems the IRS is now aligned, so we can probably execute this. Let's see our route. Yep, Leng to Papa departure to Lengu, then Leng to Papa, and then it takes us to Limes, and we continue to our departure uh, as we, well, are expecting. Let's do the arrival at this time. I don't think it's going to change, but if it changes, we change accordingly. No harm in setting that up for the time being. We know we are arriving for the time being because of the winds. We are arriving to runway 34. Hmm, hmm. Let's do this one. India 34. And it's the star tap Tipapa 3 Alpha. Here he is. And everything looks in order, and we are flying from Tipapa, so I don't think we need a approach transition. That should be a-okay. Let's check it out. Okay, Omega. Oh, this takes us to Omega, and then it seems we have some uh, vectors, maybe. Yeah, because we do Te and then okay. Let's see, maybe we can do maybe runway 34 X-ray. Mira Ripa. That doesn't sound like what I want. Umag, okay. Let's do the transition of Umag 1. Let's see how that looks on the route. Okay, this looks pretty good. I think this is gonna be it. Okay, I think everything is in order now. We got good feel. Let me jump into the comments a little bit before we continue. Master caution, let's take that off. Gabriel Bryson, hello sir. How are you doing, sir? Hope you are doing fine today. Sparky, 4 days straight at minus 40 degrees Celsius. Holy cow, that is intense. Ooh. Sparky, I am not the only Canadian here. Don't hate me because I'm from Quebec. I lived in with the mushroom people. I was living on how's it called? Uh, Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia. I was a little bit on Halifax, and I was doing some high school quite a while ago on. It was in Lunenburg. Beautiful, beautiful town. Holy moly! It is just a fantastic town. Ba-ba-bum. Ooh, lots of messages. Okay, let's keep this going. Colmac, alright, have a good one. Have a good one, sir. Okie dokie. So we got everything now figured out on our little computer. That should be a-okay. Now let's turn on our fuel tanks. We have no fuel in the center tank, so we won't be turning those on. The engine ignition system, let's do system alpha on this time. Emergency lights armed, no smoking auto, seatbelts auto, pitot, heat and all that. Let's turn that on. Windshield, I think we're good. I don't think we need anti-ice for the time being. The temperature is quite nice. Okay, now for landing. What is? I am not sure. Let's check this out. The elevation is 41 feet on the airport. So, yep, that altitude seems a-okay. Let me check the METAR real quick. The meteorological airport on the National Weather Service. Okay, I want the METAR for November Zulu Alpha Alpha, November Zulu Whiskey November, and also for November Zulu Charlie Hotel. Get METAR. Okay, so on the arrival airport is going to be QNH of 1002. What is the QNH? This aircraft is on well, not hectopascals, but in inches of mercury. So we need to translate the QNH into no, it's yeah, into inches. So QNH 222 1002 is 29. Yeah, it's 29. So let's do 29.5. Whoops, not over here. 29.5. That's gonna be our cabin pressure for the landing. Our current altimeter over here. Ah, we can also use this. Duh. Okay, for departure is 1012. The arrival is 1002. So yeah, 29.6. Okay. But over here, 1012 for departure. Here we go. And let's do, whoops, 29.6. There we go. Okay, we got that going on for us. That is cool. What else do we need? I think we are pretty much ready for for pushback. Yeah, everything looks in order. The yaw damper and stuff like that, I think after the engine start. Okay, let's do this. So, anti-collision lights on, and that is gonna be pretty much all we need for the time being. Let's do the better pushback. Well, just to make sure, yeah, the runway we are taking off from, we said is so much information around me. I'm having a little bit of trouble. Here we go. Okay, yes, 2-3 left. Just want to make sure I know what's going on. Ooh. That's 5 Romeo. That should be over here. Yeah, it's gonna be a long taxi. But yeah, we need to go all the way down there. All right. So, better pushback, pre-planned pushback. Let's do this. Or maybe something like this. Might be easier for the aircraft to
Ground to
achieve.
cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
I am ready. Let's do this.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
And the parking brake is set, right? Yes, it is. Awesome. Sparky, anyway, I need to go. Tomorrow I have working at Honda, so a lot of stuff's going on. Oof. Good luck over there, my dude, and have a good night. A 10 out of 10 meme. I recommend cross-check video about DCS to really see if it is for you. Gabriel Bryson. Yeah, that video, to be honest, I didn't dive too much on the good stuff.
Okay, all doors
Just a
and
little bit.
hatches are
I
closed.
focused a
Ready
little bit
to
more
connect.
on the bad and a little bit more on the ugly. But yeah, it kind of gives you an idea of what is going on. So in case you're interested in DCS, you have a well, real expectations of what you're gonna be facing. And if you're still with all the downsides that you may encounter from DCS, if you still think it is for you, by all means, you should try it out. It is in many ways a great simulator, not a doubt. Gabrielle, anyone know if the honeycomb yoke is better than the Cytec Pro Flight? Supposedly, I have not tried it, but
So
that's
connected
what I've
and
heard.
bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
A 10 out of 10, 10 meme, but remember the base game itself is a demo in some sorts, to see if your PC can handle it, if you like it, and it lets you get a feel for it. Then buy a module if you find you like it. Yeah, the free version is basically just a demo, not really free to play as it kind of claims it is, but still really cool that you can check it out. But it's just like I explained, it's basically a demo that you have really limited stuff going on there. But actually, I think Explain 11 kind of you're allowed to do anything, just the time is limited. I am not sure. I I forget. I know that that's how it was on Explain 10. Okay. Portal of X, when is Microsoft Flight Simulator coming out? The 2020 is coming out for PC mid 2020. That is the expectation. For Xbox, we do not know at the time being. It's gonna come later after the PC release. How long after the PC release? We do not know that. 18 out of 10 memes. Sorry for spamming up chat cross-check. Hey, not a problem at all. I am glad you guys are having some nice conversations over there. Kravis, Aviation, hello, hello sir, how are you doing today? I am about to do my pushback, so I need to focus a little bit on the engines, but I will come back to you guys in a little bit. Let's remove the parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
I may start engines, that is awesome. We have all the fuel pumps going on. We have the APU bleed, we have the engine system on. Actually, the start pumps, it can now be off. And let's go right ahead and ignite engine numero 2 first. Ah, wait. I need to put these things up here. And there she goes. And 2, it's climbing. It is steady. Steady and pretty. Reaching 10. 15. Does do this quite slowly. 18 sounds reasonable, and let's give her some good old fuel. And there she goes. And 1 is now climbing, and 2 is climbing steady. Everything's looking a-okay. How is the pushback going? It seems we're doing a-okay regarding the pushback. Woo, there we go. That was the generator kicking in from the engine number 2. Everything's looking all right over there. We can turn off the starter for engine 2, and yeah, everything looks steady. Let's go for start engine numero uno. And there goes our N2. 5. 10.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Okay, parking brake is now set. Thank you for that
Disconnecting
pushback.
tow. Stand by.
15 on N2. Pushback is now disconnecting. And 18, I think that is good for some delicious fuel. And there she goes. And 1 is now going up. And 2 steady climb. Disconnect and hand signals to the left, I guess. Nice. We got the generator from engine numero uno now alive. We can turn off the starter from engine 1. We can turn off the APU buses as we now have our engine generators rolling.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Thank you, sir, and see you next time. Galley power on. Let's turn auto the air conditioning. The packs. We don't want to suffer from hypoxia because we are going to be reaching flight level 320 on this flight. Okay, so probably we can turn off our APU now. So first of all, the bleed air, let's turn that off, and the APU can now go off. Okay, seems the APU is still kicking, but there she goes. Fuel heat not needed, everything else looks good. Yaw damper, let's turn this on. Left and right hydraulic pressures are low. Yes, that is correct because we need to turn these guys on. The transition also and the auxiliary pump as well. Yep, good hydraulics, good hydraulics. Flight recorder is off, parking brakes are on. We should be ready for taxi. Let's turn the nose lights to bright for taxi. Alrighty. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, so we just follow this taxiway all the way up there, and we go left all the way down to runway, or was it 23 left? Yeah, 23 left. Alrighty, so parking brake. There we go. And let's give her a little bit of throttle. quite sensible. 8, 10 out of 10 meme. Honeycomb is really good, but I wouldn't recommend a yoke if you want to do DCS. Get a joystick. I recommend the Warthog. Indeed, if you are planning to also play DCS, a HOTAS is recommended. Hands-on throttle and stick. That is the best way to go. And the more buttons you have, uh, the better it gets. The good thing about a HOTAS is that you can do space sims and general aviation or commercial aviation sims with no problem. But with a yoke, you may have some trouble with flight sims, and you may have some trouble with military aviation simulators as DCS, for an example. Travis Aviation, I am doing very good. How about you? Been very pumped about flying. Oof, flying is always fun, isn't it? Uh, it is such a joy. I'm doing good myself as well. Thank you very much for asking. Nikley, do you think FJS will add 3D cabin to the 727 series of aircraft? FlyJ Sim? But what do you mean? The FlyJ Sim 727 aircraft does have a 3D cabin, as far as I know. I do own the FlyJ Sim 727, and it is a blast. And as far as I know, it definitely has a 3D cockpit, or what do you mean? I'm sorry if I'm not understanding the question. Krabby's Aviation, have you ever flown before? Have you ever flown before? Cross-check? Like, what do you mean, like, flown before? 3%er infidel, speed up. Let me give it a little bit of more gas. I was trying to reach I mean, read the chat a little bit. That's why I was being a little bit slow. But let's kick the throttle a little bit deeper. Okay, so for departure, we have our flaps selected to 11. What we do not have, and that is a big no-no, is the, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Okay. I just forget where everything is in this aircraft sometimes. I hope I don't taxi off the runway. I mean, off the taxiway. Actually, we should be probably on that taxiway, shouldn't we? Yeah, probably. We'll take a right turn over here. And I'm gonna finish setting up my aircraft once we reach the... Uh, oh my goodness. That feels kind of weird. Once I'm holding short of the runway, I am going to be setting up the aircraft ready for takeoff, because at the time being it is not ready for takeoff. Namandeep Singh, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Um, will there be any betas for Microsoft Flight Simulator? Actually, right now, they are starting to, well, they will be giving access to an alpha version of the simulator that is going to be the 24th of this month. That's when they start giving out alpha access. But the alpha access is for the people who signed up for the alpha and that are getting confirmed or accepted throughout this week. So if you didn't sign up for the alpha, well, you're not gonna be able to be accepted for this first wave of alpha, but we're gonna be having a second wave of alphas really soon. So do make sure to subscribe to the channel so you get the news on that, and well, you get to know exactly when that is going to happen. I well, yeah. Okay, almost reaching the holding point of runway 23 left. Nickly, the 727, unlike the counterpart, the 737, has a 3D cockpit but not a 3D cabin. Oh, okay. Now I understand. I am sorry. I apologize. Um, I was wondering if you knew anything about the future of this and the 3D cabin. I am actually not sure regarding that aspect. To be honest, I've never been too focused on the cabin. Well, on the passenger cabin. I really didn't even notice it now that I think about it. But yeah, it's a good point. Something interesting to know about. Okay, let's put the parking brake, and let's make sure everything is in order over here. Uh, let's see. Menu, takeoff, CG 10% Mac. Okay, so CG is 10. Flaps are at 11. This means our trim should be all the way down here. So let's do that. Chicken Fried Chicken, will YouTubers be able to post videos of the alpha? I don't think, to be honest. Maybe on later stages of the alpha. I don't think on this first wave, but on later stages, big YouTubers may will have permission to start posting content before everyone else. But that's just my guess. But I really don't think we're gonna see um, a lot of well content regarding the alpha soon. The NDAs are really heavy, and Microsoft has really interesting or badass lawyers, so you really don't want to mess up with those guys. Okay, so landing lights, let's turn all of those on. Floodlights, position, strobe, and steady. Wing lights on. That should be a-okay. Regarding the speed brakes, I am not sure if you set the speed brakes for departure. I don't think. I'm not sure. No harm in doing it. Let's put our TCAS to Tara and our auto brakes to takeoff. And we should be good to roll. Oh, well, kinda, I guess. This aircraft's autopilot is really something, really something. So our let's put our speed on. How does 160 sound? That should be enough to stay airborne. Or let's go for the V2. Is one okay? 150. Yeah, 160. We should be a-okay. Heading. Let's go for 270. And I'm probably going to want a climb rate of 2,000 feet per minute. I think that should be a-okay. Flight directors on. And yeah, I'm gonna try to fly this thing manual a little bit. Let's change over here to the map. And yeah, this actually looks pretty good. I think we are ready to roll. Let's get into the runway. Yep. Let's go. Giving it a little bit of fuel. Krabby's Aviation. Hey guys, I just want to let you know, if you want to become a real pilot, join Civil Air Patrol. Yeah, that's so awesome, dude. It is so cool you had that experience. Themen's Aviation Channel. Why should I join? Tell me one reason. Ooh, I could think of a couple, but Krabby, take it away. I think you got some cool reasons behind your statement. Ooh, there you go. Krabby's, you get scholarship for pilot's license. That is always super sweet. You get 5 free powered and non-powered flights. That is also like a super good deal. Ian Dingle, hi Crosscheck, welcome to flying in New Zealand. Oof, Thank you, sir. New Zealand is a beautiful, beautiful place. It does look like it's a little bit cloudy, so we'll see how that goes. The center line is kind of weird over here. Let's do it right here. It looks a-okay. Demons Aviation Channel. I'm not for that military stuff. Yeah, that is reasonable, but still, it doesn't mean that the Civil Air Patrol is a really, really good option for pilots or for people pursuing a pilot's career. Supra GT, hi, I'm new. Hello, sir. How are you doing? We are about to have a really interesting adventure here with the MD80. Actually, let's give her some good power. Let's turn the brakes. Let's give her some nice power. Brakes off. Rolling. One 50, 170. Okay, rotating. Landing gear up. Here we go. Nice and steady. Okay. Altitude. Let's go all the way to 32,000. And let's see. Autopilot on. Oh, no, that's not the heading we wanted. It was 230, my bad. That was my mistake. We can probably do the vertical speed. It's looking a-okay. Flaps, we are about 200 knots. So let's do flap 0. And we can probably follow the flight plan now. So we have vertical speed and nav track on the autopilot currently. Flaps set to 0. Landing gear is up. 3,000 feet. QNH 1012 for the time being. We can probably take this off. And here we go. Demons Aviation Channel. All right. I'm just playing with you. I'm in cap as well, just seeing what I could get out of you. Well, there you go. That is awesome. Scooter, hi. Hello, sir. How are you doing today? Round trip. Some guys is doing transatlantic in a 737 on Twitch. Ooh, that looks really interesting, but at the same time, kind of boring. Ugh. I what I enjoy the most is taking off, well, setting everything up, taking off, landing, and doing that again. Too much time on the air. I just it's not it's not for me, to be honest. Round trip funny because this is the Rotate MD80. Kravis Aviation Crosscheck. You could join CAP as a senior member. Um, I do not have a U.S. citizenship, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. That would be so much fun, most definitely. I actually didn't even finish my flight hours for the ooh, overspeed. Oh my goodness. I was not looking into that. Speed selector. Well, that was my bad, absolutely. Yeah, way above what I should be. I should most definitely be at. Okay, let's do FMS overdrive. I can't. We do have auto throttle. It doesn't seem to want me to set a hmm. Okay, there we go. For our current altitude, we should actually be at 250 or below 250, to be honest. Let's do that. And regarding the vertical speed, let's go to VNAV. Let's do what the aircraft recommends. Okay, we are now above 10,000 feet. We can take off our landing lights. Position strobe that can stay. Wing lights off. There we go. Ooh, that was pretty. Look at that. Nice. Crazy aviation. I like Cessna and manual flying. Yeah, it's so much fun. Like, I don't know, uh, intercontinental or transatlantic flights. They do sound pretty epic, but really, I mean, unless you are doing it like on something really wild, like something old school that really needs you to stay on your toes all of the time, that may be interesting. But on something like a modern aircraft, I mean, the aircraft pretty much does everything by itself. There is really not much point on that, in my opinion. Of course, that is absolutely my opinion. Scooter, does anyone watch a stream of someone flying a 172? That is a good question. Vehicle fan 5500. The Icon A5 is exotic lit. Females Aviation Channel. I gotta ask, are you in the loop with XP11 Mobile? I am actually not. I really don't like. I don't play anything mobile, so I knew there was something mobile for X-Plane, at least 10. I didn't know about 11, but I'm sure for a lot of people it is a joy because I mean, it is a good simulator. As far as I was aware, the X-Plane 10's mobile version was really, really cool. Kravis Aviation, what's your favorite aircraft in real life? Oh man, that is a tricky question. Uh, when you asked that, the first thing that came to my mind was the Harrier, to be honest. It doesn't mean that that is my favorite aircraft, but it's just something so epic. I love that thing. I really love that thing. I think it's beautiful to watch, and it would be something insane if I ever was able to fly that thing in real life. We obviously, I don't think it's gonna. Well, it's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen. But it's such an epic aircraft, and the level of like danger for flying that thing. That's just pretty crazy. Okay, so how are we doing right now? We're doing good on speed. We're doing good on our route. Climbing pretty good, about 2,000 feet per minute. Everything looks to be in order. We are now above 13,000 feet since quite a while, so let's switch to the standard. Oh, not this. Actually, let's set this thing to 500, the radar altimeter, if I'm not mistaken, and this, let's go for standard 2992, aka 1013 hectopascals. Okay, we are not too far away. We are 80 nautical miles from our top of climb, and it seems about 150 nautical miles away from our top of descent. So, not much to do for the time being, but relax and enjoy. Kravis Aviation, and what about yours? your favorite aircraft, or all of you guys, what are your favorite aircraft? It would be really interesting to know what you guys enjoy looking at or flying or whatever. Scooter, I have flown in X-plane in VR. If there was a way to watch with a VR headset, that would be awesome. That would be so crazy, wouldn't it? Like for you to be able to select what camera you want to use and be able to do VR. I think that's gonna be possible in a less than 10-year future. I'm hoping because that would be a whole new level for streaming and watching streams of flight simulation. Absolutely. Siemens Aviation Channel speculations that XP11 Mobile will be released in the summer. It is currently in beta. Okay, so right now it is in beta. That is good to know. Vehicle Fan 5500 United Arab Emirates, the best country in the world. I am not I cannot agree with you because I have not lived there. But if you say so, there must be a lot of really cool stuff going on there. So that is really cool. Krabby's Aviation, not the 737 Max. Oof. Oy, 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 what a headache the 737 Max has been for Boeing. Wow. Holy cow, and it just doesn't seem like an end is near. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But even with all of this amount of trouble and everything, it's just crazy. Like, it's that the company is able to maintain itself from going belly up. That's just insane. 737NG, it is a beautiful aircraft. The 737s are just classics. Such beautiful aircraft. Wow, the MD80, there is something about the MD80 that I just love. It's so intense. I don't know, it looks so dangerous at the same time. And if you know, like, the cabin layout and how everything is really, like, everything is everywhere, it's crazy. It's just such an insane aircraft, such a wacky, wacky aircraft. Vehicle Fan 5500, the Icon A5, that is such a crazy aircraft. It just is wonderful in so many ways. Quite exotic, without a doubt. Scooter favorite, X-Traps ERJ family, the 135, 140, 145, and Legacy 650. The Legacy 650, I cannot picture that one. Let me Google it real quick. ERGA 650. Oh, okay, okay. Now I know. Yeah, now I know which one it is. Oof, beautiful, beautiful. That is beautiful stuff. The Legacy 650. What a beautiful machine. Just by looking at it, the X-Craft's version, I'm really interested in it. Do you own it, Scooter? How is it? Kravis Aviation, we want to talk 737 Max. All right, well, phew, I haven't really got too much into it. I am not fully aware of all the issues that it has been encountering. Uh, but it seems they are in a lot of trouble. Everything started with the MCAS, but then it went out uh, and proved that it has more issues on the systems. Uh, I mean, obviously, MCAS having some problems, but also the way the systems work. A couple of problems seen there, and also the way the aircraft trims itself, and then when it reaches its limits, and the way you need to kind of roller coaster the aircraft into unlocking the trim because it gets really tight at some point. So you need to take a dive and then climb back up so the pressure releases on the trim and then you're able to uh, recover that. I mean, I don't know. It just sounds like a lot of crazy stuff was going on there. Lots of really crazy stuff going on there. Avio man, hello sir. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I'm doing fine myself. Krabby, and yeah, the 730 NG. I did hear about the Pickle 4 cracks. Um, Also mounting. So many issues mounting. I mean that it is normal after some time of the aircrafts being in the air. You will find the cracks in places that you were not expecting, but that's why the preventive maintenance is for, and that actually means that it works because you're able to find uh, cracks and stuff like that, and you're able to correct them before they become a real issue. Creamers, yeah, I have always liked the MD80 and Boeing 737-200, all school aircraft. You know, the 732, there's something about it that I really didn't, well, I don't really like that much. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe that it looks a little chubby or something like that. But the 727, on the other hand, oof, I love that aircraft. That is that is such a beast. I was planning on flying it today, but I wasn't sure if I was up for the test for VOR navigation. It is just so demanding. Uh, but hopefully soon I'll be able to do some flying on the 727 because it is a blast. The workload is insane, but it is a blast. Heavy aviation lawsuits being filed. Yeah, regarding the pilots, right? A lot of pilots that were trained for the new aircraft, and they are not flying right now because the grounded aircraft, and they are seeking compensation for the time that they have not been able to fly. That is my understanding, right? Vinny the Great, Vinny the Great. Evening, sir. How are you doing today? Vinny the Great, splendid job on the DCS video essay. Thank you very much, sir. I hope it didn't come too strong. I really love that simulator, but just like being there for so many years and like thinking to myself, oh, no problem. I mean, it's just an early access. They're gonna fix that. Or oh no, it's just a new version. They gotta fix those issues. It will take a couple of months. I mean, that's just how uh, development works. You can't really fix that stuff from one day to another. But then you just see the years come by and you just see more issues piling up, and it kind of makes you ask yourself, okay, when at what point in time are we going to see something a little bit more feature, well, basic feature complete? Because it just didn't seem that way. And I think the F16, the early access release of the F16, that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Um, and I don't know, it is really weird because I I like I really like early access stuff. I own a lot of uh, software that is really early access, like pre-alpha early access. But the thing about those is that they were really, really good, pointing you out that it would be lacking basic features, that it was super early in development, and that it was not going to be much fun. It was more about helping develop the software so that it reaches a point where it's now enjoyable to the masses, and those alphas are behind closed doors. They are under NDAs, so They don't go out and say like, "Hey, check out this big release on early access." It's more like, "Okay, guys, the ones that really support this software, we're gonna do an really early access for people who wanna support us. It's gonna be behind closed doors under an NDA. It's gonna be super broken, but we want you guys to help us out develop this piece of software." And I'm good with that. I am super okay with that, and I think it's good to participate in those events. But the kind of release that DCS has, like, hey everyone, check out this YouTube video about the F16 super release. It's not ready for that kind of release. Uh, it's just not. It gives a bad experience, and of course a lot. I mean, I don't know. I'm rambling on, but yeah, that has been kind of my experience with DCS. I think they need to not abandon early access or pre-alpha mm, kind of releases, but they should be done in a completely different manner. They need to be much more transparent. Uh, I don't think they are being deceiving. I do not think that, but they are also not being completely transparent, and you are not really able to grasp exactly what you are going to be getting. So, and yeah, and they give you a discount um, if you buy it in early access, so that pushes you to say, hey, I want that aircraft. I'm gonna buy it for the discount, and then you end up with a software that you really don't enjoy using. So that's weird. Creamers 727 was my first Boeing flight. Really? Ooh, that must have been scary. Those 727s are scary, but they are beautiful. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Vinny the Great, I have both aircraft, splendid aircraft. They are. It's just such a joy. Particularly, I enjoy VOR navigation, flying. I like having stuff to do on the aircraft while on cruise. It is so much fun. Let me just make sure everything is in order over here. Okay, we are not too far away from our top of descent, and we are actually now reaching our top of climb. We are now through 31,000 feet, going for 32,000. And yeah, about 60 nautical miles to our top of descent. That sounds about right. And yeah, everything is a-okay. We're good on fuel. The speed is absolutely awesome. We should have no issues. No issues. Now, what was I going to do? Oh, those shadows look really nasty. Super nasty. Okay. Yeah, everything is a-okay. There we go, another view. Scooter, I know there are shared cockpit apps, but is there one for VR? That would be insane. Uh, well, I mean, you can do XP11 with a shared cockpit, and both of you can do VR, but I don't think it is on the level that you may be expecting for VR shared cockpit. Krabby Savior can't wait for the 777X. Uh, who? Do let me know more about that. I am out of the loop on that one. Really the Great. Now I understand your criticism, seeing the community reactions against new stuff in DCS. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I was a little hard on DCS, that is for sure. I may do another video going a little bit on why, because I do love DCS. it is one of my favorite. I think it is my favorite simulator currently, DCS. So, and there are very good reasons for why I really enjoy DCS, and I think I may go over them in another video. It's only fair and to give justice to the criticism that I always threw at them. I think it's good to be able to point out all the bad stuff because at the end of the day, nothing is perfect and nothing deserves praise without its share of criticism. So now I did a lot of the criticism. I think I'm gonna be doing a little, well, a little bit of praise on that simulator. I think that's gonna be worth it. Vinny the Great, I don't fly DCS by the way, mainly because my laptop is too potato for that. Yeah, DCS is quite demanding, but it is beautiful nonetheless. But yeah, being an outsider, I can see what you're saying. More transparency would go a long way. And I actually think that they are going to try to achieve more transparency. They have started with a Ask Me Anything from Matt Wagner quite recently. And if they continue to go on that way and share more about their development with the clients, I think everyone is gonna be happier because at the time, like you don't really know what's going on. You just remember promises from years ago that you have not heard anything since that hollow promise. So I think even if we have the same amount of development or like but if they are more transparent with it, I think it's gonna receive a much more positive reaction from everyone. Clint Gonsalves. Gonsalves. Hey, Krashik, my first time here. Hello, hello, sir. Welcome aboard. I hope you are enjoying yourself. We are currently flying in New Zealand. Beautiful, beautiful place. Not a doubt. I really want to sometime go and visit New Zealand. I have not for the time being, and it looks absolutely astounding. Astonishing, I'm sorry. Okay, top of descent is really close. Um, let's see. Let's see our legs. Okay, 2,000 feet sounds about right for setting that up on the autopilot. There we go. Once we reach our top of descent, we should start our descent all the way to 2,000 feet. And from there, if the visibility is a-okay, I'm going to take control and land this thing manually. That should be something. I haven't flown X-Plane in a little bit. I've been doing a lot of DCS, so uh, it is it is way harder to land these things after flying so many military fighter jets. That is for sure. Okay, so we got that set up. Let's turn this a little bit lower. I don't know why I had that. Yeah, that was set up. There we go. Okay. Everything is all right as far as I can tell. Really, really close, like 15 nautical miles or 10 nautical miles away from our top of descent. That is going to be fun. Be great. On the plus side, he knows battle. He's now battle hardened and can take on anything. Clint Gonzalez saw your top 5 Sims video, and now I'm here. The top 5 Sims? I don't remember that one. Did I do a top 5 Sims? Or maybe top 5 like add-ons, free add-ons for Explain, I think. I'm not sure if I did a top 5 on simulators. But that's not a bad idea, actually, now that I think about it. Feeling great? Yeah, VOR is refreshing compared to the usual child of Magneta passively flying the aircraft. Yeah, I mean it's cool. It's cool to know how the systems operate in real world aircraft. It is really awesome, but really cruising is it's just letting your aircraft do all of the work. But when you do VOR to VOR, holy cow, you need to be on your toes all the time, checking out what VOR you're coming from, what VOR you're going to, what's the distance, if the aircraft is actually receiving the VOR information. If not, what are you gonna do? You need to switch to another VOR to kind of triangulate your position on the world, and then the VOR approaches and some DR, well, VOR, no, what are the DR, DME arcs approaches into the airports, and holy cow, yeah, you need to be on it really. And I mean, and like flying the 727, that is a three crew member aircraft, doing all of that by yourself. Holy, it is something else, most definitely. Now we are starting our descent, gentlemen. Nice. Beauty the Great, gorgeous library. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It is a really beautiful fan-made library for the 727. I love it. Absolutely brilliant. On the other hand, if you aren't going hard against DCS to point out these things, who will? That is true. I mean, that's what I was trying to explain to a lot of people in the comments that were really angry at me for trash talking DCS. I was trying to explain like to them like, okay, I mean, I hear ya, uh, but come on, man. 99% of the YouTube videos talking about DCS, they praise DCS. It's good to have a decent effort video on DCS that takes a different point of view. Why wouldn't you like that? I mean, it's just fair. Uh, no need to get so worked up against it. Yeah. But oh well, that is my opinion, of course. A good idea on showing a bit of praise. Yeah, I think it's fair. Coming from the mouth that also bashed them quite a lot. I don't regret anything I said, of course. I stand behind all the things that I said, but I do believe there is a lot to be praised in the simulator that, well, I should spend some time on doing. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Good that they are doing that. Yeah, and if they keep it up, I mean, good job for them. I am sure they're gonna be achieving some really cool stuff. By the way, Clint Gonsalves. By the way, I can never get the VNAV to work in this game. I can in real life, but not on this game. On what aircraft are you doing that? I don't know what would be your issue. Uh, Being a great, where are you from, by the way? If I would guess, it would be Russian. Myself? No, no, no. I am super Mexican, like burritos and tacos Mexican. I eat a lot of tacos. You did great. You did top free add-ons indeed. Yeah, top five free add-ons. I do remember that one. Scooter to Slovakia. Ooh. Yeah, Clint Gonsalves, DME, the DME arc. Those are so much fun. It's just so much fun to be like twitching stuff and clicking and making sure everything is in order, and those things are really easy to mess up, not like the flight computer on the aircraft. I mean, it does everything by itself. You don't need to worry about it much. Do we need drag? That is a question I would like to ask to myself. Okay, so transition altitude is going to be 13,000 feet. Let me just check the METAR. Make sure everything is in order. Okay, for our destination right now, it's gonna be 10-0-1. 10-0-1. What is this? Ignition system A selected. We probably don't need a. Oh, let's keep that there. No point in moving that. Okay, so 29.5 I think is gonna be good for that descent. Clint Gonsalves Civo 747. Is there a Civo 747? I don't think there is a Civo 747. Uh, do we have a default? I don't even know what what kind of 747 we have. But no, SIBO, I don't think we have a 747. But if you're saying SIBO 737, uh, that is weird. That is super weird. I do not have many problems with the VNAV on the SIBO 737. Uh, I don't know, it may be a bug, but I am assuming pilot error. Maybe just something that the simulator is not being too, well, it's not liking that you're doing. Right, 84 minutes. Uh, I'm not following. I don't know if I'm receiving all of the messages that I should be. Uh, if I go over some messages, it's probably because I didn't receive them. I apologize for that. I'm trying to see what's going on over here. Kravis Aviation fly over Kansas by Topeka area. We're getting a big storm here. Really? What are the winds over there right now? Are they interesting? That would be fun. I one random guy. Got him fam. I'm not sure. I'm out of the loop on that one. You need a grade because you're so Mexican that you can sound Russian too. Yeah, I had no idea why I would sound Russian. Um, Maybe I don't have such a well, yeah, well, yeah. The Mexican accent is really peculiar, and I think I'm not really good on that accent. I think I can make a very good Mexican accent if I tried speaking English. I'm gonna try it a little bit, see how that goes. Clint Gonzalez, thank God NTBS are in the past and at least in the US. That one random guy. Anyone else watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine? That's a little bit more Mexican, right? I think. Uh, really great. Then again, considering my first video I watched of yours was that video essay, so I may have been influenced in my judgment. Ooh, that might be true. That might be true. Clint Gonzalez, yeah, okay, the 737, yeah, I have not had those issues on that aircraft. Um, what version of the 737? I would recommend, I think right now the best one to get, the more updated and all that is the 737-900. If you're not trying that one out, go give it a go. Maybe that fixes your issues. Ooh, Cibo A380, that would be sweet, wouldn't it, dog? 209. We need a grade. Someone is making a 747 mod similar to the Cebu 737 though. Oh, really? Is it? It's not the Cebu team, right? That's gonna be interesting. I love the 747. It's just such a beautiful aircraft. Oh my God. We need a grade. Someone asked about how long the stream was up for. Oh, okay. I didn't see, I missed that. I think I didn't get the message over here. We're getting 60 miles per hour winds, 80 miles per hour gusts. Oh, whoo, wow, wee. That is intense. I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't know if it, but I also want to reach church. What is it? Christchurch? Or yeah, I think it is a really beautiful place. So I kind of really also want to reach that. If I have time after reaching Christchurch or Church Christ, I don't remember how it's called. I apologize for my ignorance. I'll most definitely go. I love flying into bad weather, and that absolutely sounds fantastic, Travis Aviation. Absolutely. We did great. Actually, here in Dallas, there's a storm approaching. Uh-oh. Yeah, I recently missed a flight on Dallas because of the weather. It was pretty sucky. Yeah, lots of rain, lots of water. That one random guy. I think the problem is that YouTube is spitting the comments out in the wrong order. That might be the case. That might be the case. It's YouTube is kind of weird on streaming. I know Twitch is way, way, way better on that regard. Vinny the Great, stop, please. Uh, I'm not sure what to stop. Scooter, simplemente no suenas hispano. Soy súper hispano, hermano. Me encanta todo lo hispano. Yupi, yupi. Arriba, arriba. Puedo decir la R y todo. But yeah, I guess I don't sound too Hispanic, to be honest. Clint Gonsalves, I have the 737-900, but I guess it's just something on my side. Maybe. I don't know if maybe going into a hard uh, reinstall of the simulator might work. I don't know. That's tricky. Rent-a-cow, I think you sound kind of Italian. Di giorno Lamborghini Marciona Tricotta, or something like that, right? Vinny the Great, the Cibo will always be ahead from the 739 and 700. Uh, no, different team doing 747. Okay, yeah. Yes, Christchurch. Yes. Oh, and actually, we are below our transition altitude. We are now at 11,000 feet, and ooh, we're getting really close. The airport, it seems, is over there, somewhere, right? I have no idea where it is. Okay, but yeah, let's work over here. I don't want any trouble. So the altimeter over here, or the QNH is 1001. So let's go 1001. There we go. Okay. Visibility is pretty good, so I'm going to attempt a visual approach. Let's just let the aircraft take us all the way in. Let's see, route. Okay, we should be above 2,000 feet from this point. Okay, no, wait, runway 34. Okay, it's right here. Now I see. Okay, so it should be somewhere around there. Ah, there it is. There it is. Looking good. Here we go. Swale Garwan, hello from South Africa. Hello, sir. How are you doing? I am not sure what time it is over there, but um, yeah. I'm happy to have you around. Hope you are enjoying the stream. Vinny the Great, who is sweet African, and no idea what's going on over there. Stop with the ultra Mexican accent. Ultra Mexican. Clint Gonzalez, well, I gotta go to bed. Got a real flight tomorrow. Have fun, safe landings. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sticking around, and good luck with your flight. And have a wonderful day tomorrow, and a good night's sleep. What I mean, Vinny the Gray, what I mean earlier is that the 737, 730, and 737, 900 add-ons get updated after the SIBO. In some cases, after a lot of months. Uh, but the 900, like. Okay, I'm not following, but that's just for my ignorance. Please excuse me. Don't worry. Just realized every 1,000 feet you go above the sea level, the wind increases by 10 miles per hour. Yeah, I think that's a kind of rule of thumb, right? I mean, it's not necessarily going to be the case, but it can be said that that's kind of what's going on. Scooter, did you do the engine with Blender? Yes, I did. I did that engine with Blender, and actually, uh, there are a lot of complaints of people that don't like where the fire is coming out from because obviously it's wrong. I wasn't aiming for realism, but I'm gonna be changing that. Thankfully on 3D it is quite easy to change stuff. The render times are the ones that are really punishing, super punishing. Okay, let's see how this is going. We're going for 220 knots. It is quite bumpy. Yeah, it is looking a bit bumpy. Okay, so now let's get ready for the arrival. Landing lights. Let's take these on. Wing lights on. Uh, Speed brake. Whoops. Armed. Auto brakes. Let's go for medium effort. How does that sound? And that is looking good. Regarding the limit speed, gear down slots extended to 80, full flap down 11 to 80 knots. Okay, we can do one level of flaps. Are we a-okay over here? Okay, we're going for... Ooh, how are we doing? Aren't we a little high? Shouldn't we expedite the descent? Everything looks a-okay, I think. Hopefully. It's been a while since I've flown this thing. But for the distance that I see over here, I think we are alright for the time being. Okay, so flaps. Let's go to 15. Actually, let's do 28. Oh no, 15 should be a-okay for the time being. Let's stick on those. What is this aircraft doing right now? Holy moly. That is not what I had planned. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, while it does its thing, whatever it's doing, I think it's just trying to align itself with the nav point. Let's see. Solid Warren is 4 a.m. and I woke up just because of this stream. Really? Well, thank you very much, sir. That is quite something. Pretty early. Johnny Late, hi. What version is it? Of what? Of the simulator? It is the current Hmm, public version for, well, available on Steam. Kravis Aviation, we'll talk to you later. Have a good rest of your stream and a safe rest of your flight. I got to head to bed. I got a flight tomorrow. We get to stall the plane, which will be cool. But good night, Crash Egg. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Enjoy yourself, my dude. Thank you for sticking around. It was a pleasure to have you here. Good night and enjoy your flight tomorrow. It did seem like it was doing a hold, but I don't think shouldn't a hold be shown on the legs, on the route legs? Oh, it's now exiting at Umaga. Okay, it's doing a turn. It's exiting at Umaga. Can we do a uh, hmm route legs climb cruise destination previews next menu fix departure hold the program. Okay, it doesn't seem that way. I think it will now be exiting its holding pattern. So now we should expect a turn to the right. Yep, there she goes. We need a great talking like a true DCS regular. Well, it's because mostly there was a new beta for XP11. I don't know if it's now public or not. I really haven't been up to date on this sim, sadly. But yeah, it seems a lot of changes were being made to the aerodynamics and all that stuff, and it was sounding pretty fun, pretty fun. Okay, so are we now exiting? Let's fly straight to Putin. Let's do that. Ooh. Oh, that looks crazy. Holy cow. I'm not stalling or anything, right? Yeah. That looks super crazy. Wow. That's a lot of stuff going on there. A lot of stuff. It seems it's pulling quite hard, huh? Oh, that's why it was holding, because it wanted to lose altitude. Oh, this is the first time I get to do this. NVIDIA grades, nope, still in beta. Okay, okay. Do you have a ETA for that? I'm really eager to try that out. I don't have the I have the Steam version, so I know that the beta is not available for us, or at least it wasn't. You have to hold to lose height for the approach. Okay. FBI open up, nice graphics. Sometimes it does look weird, doesn't it? Waiting the grade, I'm waiting for it to be stable so it doesn't screw over my add-ins. Yeah, it's always nice to wait for the stable version. Level Up Gaming, hello Krashik, hello Level Up, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I am doing well myself. Rent account deploying chemtrails. Oh yeah, all of them. Everywhere. Chemtrails for all. Okay, so I think we're doing pretty good because we need to be above 2,000 feet. Uh, so we need to get rid of 800, 900 feet in 5 nautical miles, and we should still be a-okay for what it looks like. Our speed, I think we're doing pretty well. We are on the safe side of things for the time being. Okay. We are now reaching the altitude selected. We are 600 feet away, and the throttles are crazy, crazy. We do have a little bit of shakiness here on the cockpit. Hopefully that won't be too big of an issue for our landing. Okay, so runway 34. Where is that bad boy? Oh, there it is. I saw it. Okie dokie. This is gonna be interesting without a doubt. Let's go. Uh, Let's go flaps 20, well, landing gear and flaps 28. I'm not sure if I want to go all the way to flaps 40. Maybe I should, just to uh, prevent a stall. Let's go for flaps 40. Why not? Being a grade, I'll be honest, the wind condensation happens way too often. Yeah, that was a little bit exaggerated. I mean, it was nice to see, but it was a little bit exaggerated, in my humble opinion. Philip Bales, yeah, the computer is kind of crazy. I don't know if we're having a bit of wind shear. Well, yeah, we do. We can see the winds here are changing quite drastically. So the aircraft is having a hard time just trying to maintain a a speed. Okay, it's time to focus on what is going on. Uh, the landing speed, or the vertical speed when landing, is going to be popping out when we land. So you guys can try and guess what is that vertical speed going to be. That is always really interesting. So make sure you type it down right before we we land and see how that goes. Okay, let's remove the auto throttle. Let's remove the autopilot, and let's do this. We're a little bit high. Whoa, whoa, holy cow. Okay, so landing gear is down. Flaps 40. Landing gear is down. I already said that, right? Flaps are 40. Speed brakes are armed. Auto brakes set to medium effort. We got all yellow lights, so we need to get our nose a little lower. Speed, I'm gonna try to reach 140. I think that should be a-okay for our arrival. It is a little bit bumpy. I am a little bit worried, that is for sure. Okay, we got, oh my god, it is so shaky. Okay, 2 red lights. Let's try and maintain 800 feet per minute. Descent. Okay, we lost a red light. Not a biggie. Whoa, it is requiring a lot of input from the stick right now. Okay, give it a little bit of gas. We don't want to go that low. Oh my goodness gracious. I think this is gonna be a hard one, boys, to be honest. Okay, we are too low, we are too low, we are too low. I am fixing the issue. Oh boy. Woo. Okay, 270. Oh, that was a hard one. I actually thought it was gonna be a little bit easier on the gears. Clearly it wasn't. That was quite a bumpy landing. Okay, let's go and taxi this beast. Wow, that was really crazy. I wasn't expecting that wind shear here. It was quite bumpy. It was requiring a lot of effort from the throttles and the stick. Um, but holy cow! Wow, 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 indeed. Philip Bells, good landing, all things considered. Thank you very much. I do think, considering all the variables that were against me, that was a decent landing. Being a grade, wow. Amir Muk Mukhamed Gallin. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Nice landing. Hello from Almaty. Thank you, sir. Hello, how are you doing? I hope you're doing pretty good. I am doing good myself. Freddy, damn, I guess wrong again. Yeah, you guys were a little too positive, or well, too. Uh, you were thinking way too good about my abilities. Yeah, we probably got some really angry people right now on the cabin, trying me to get them to explain what happened. But I mean, it was an intense landing. I did my best. To be honest, I thought it was gonna be landing a little bit smoother. The landing did feel a little bit hard, but I thought it was gonna be not that hard. I mean, being honest, it is on a real world scenario, it is acceptable. Very, very acceptable. Okay, let's get this thing in. There we go. Nice. Parking brake set. All right. Hello, Kamers. Hello. Nice. Hello from Francisco Beltrao, Brazil. Hello, sir. How are you doing tonight? I think it is tonight in Brazil right now. Andrew P. Thomas. Can't beat Wellington on a good day, as they say here. Welcome to Wellington, New Zealand. Quarter YouTube. Hey bro, how are you? Hope you are having a great day. Thank you, sir. I am having a great day. I hope you're doing, yeah, well, you're having a great day as well. Denise Ubaldini. Yo, what's up? Keep up doing good work. Thank you, sir. I'm really happy you are enjoying the work that I've been pushing out lately, and I hope you enjoy much more future content. Amir, correct. Doing well. What about you? I'm doing just fantastic. It's awesome to have all you guys around. Really can make a bad day go into a good day really fast. Thank you all. Kadir, I'm sure the camera will be fine. Just be ready for the lawyers. I can deal with them. No worries. Beating the great. If you listen closely, you can faintly hear "ree" from the cabin. Kamers, 11:40. Yep. Almost ready for a good night's sleep, huh? Amir, try streaming Kazakhstan between Astana and Almaty. That might be really cool, huh? I'm gonna have to see a good time that we have. How's the weather right now? I'm gonna have to look out for a nice extreme weather or something like that. It's always so much fun. I think it should be great around there. But yeah, absolutely. Gonna write that down and put it on my wish list of airports to places to fly in. Okie dokie. So what we are going to do right now, I don't think we should. Well, let's turn on our APU. So APU on, and let's see. I don't think I've done two flights with the same aircraft, well, regarding the MD80, so hopefully I will know how to operate this. Um, hmm, that is going to be interesting. That is going to be quite interesting. Okay, the APU should be alive soon. There she goes. Let's actually I have quite a mess right now. I was not focused in what was I doing. Let's turn off our speed brakes. Our auto brakes can now go to off. Flaps, let's take them. I'm gonna set them at 11 because that's what we're gonna be using for takeoff. Let's just make sure that they reach our target. 11, there we go. Let's turn off our hydraulic pumps. APU is now rolling. APU power is available. Let's turn these guys on. Let's turn off our engines. Engine numero uno off. Engine numero dos off. There they go. APU power is stable. Galley power off. APU bleed, let's turn this on and enable, yeah, let's enable the air conditioning as well. There we go. Let's keep the packs on. And this time we're going to be using the engine system Bravo. And everything's looking good. Let's turn off our fuel pumps. No, you know what? Let's keep them. Okay, so now for our next flight, let me see real quick. Fuel, we're gonna be needing about 7,000. So let's see over here. Mm-mm-mm. Let's take the same passengers and let's take the same cargo. Regarding the fuel, let's push this into. I think now it's gonna be like 2,000. Let's go for 7,000. That should be a-okay. And let's start. Let's give her some fuel. We need 3,500 in each uh, wing. So there she goes. Not too far away from what we want. And the throttle. I don't know how to disengage those lights. Reset? No. Okay. I got no idea. Well, let's go to the computer. Let's see. Amir, weather is bad here now. Really? How are the winds and stuff like that? That sounds really cool. Quadir, I just subbed to your channel because I love your beats videos recently. Can't believe I didn't see your channel before, but I'm happy I did now. I just subbed and good luck. Thank you very much, sir. I am really happy you are liking the content. I am working hard on making each new content better and better each day. Hopefully, I will be able to do that. I really can't wait for Flight Simulator 220. It's going to be a whole different and amazing feeling to fly in the beautiful sky. I completely agree. Fingers crossed that we get all that our hearts desire. Alrighty, init perf. Let's let's go to the menu, ident, pause init. And now we're going to be flying from. Where is my page over here? Okay. November Zulu. Zulu. November Whiskey November. There we go. Copy and pasta. Route. What is showing right now? That is interesting. Huh, with me. Okay, whatever. So now we're flying to. Is this the one I want? Yes, yeah. Christchurch. Christchurch. Okay, I need to modify the flight plan on the overlay. So let's do this, and then let's place church, Christchurch. The flight level on this. Okay, no, first thing first. The new route. Let's set the new route. We are going to be taking off from runway 34. That's the new route. And landing on runway 20 on Christchurch. The flight level being recommended is what is it? 260. So this is going to be a little shorter flight. That's going to be really cool. Okay, so now the overlay is set. You guys should be now able to see the new information. Please do let me know if everything is in order. We should be departing from November Zulu Whiskey November and arriving to November Zulu Charlie Hotel. Okie dokie. Let's proceed. So the flight plan over here. Destination, as we mentioned, November Zulu, Charlie Hotel. Our first waypoint is gonna be Sabda. Sabda. So let's do Sabda, and then we fly via the airway uh, Victor 306. And then, oh, it won't allow me. Okay, so Victor 306 to Atboob. There we go. Next page. Airway Hotel 159er. 159er. There we go. To Messix. And there we go. Takeoff. I'll execute. Now takeoff. I can't go to takeoff. Oh my. Why? Okay, there we go. Okay, new V speeds, a new temperature. The CG is same on 10. That's cool. Execute departure. Okay, let's try it. Let's see. Everything is in order. Position. Route. Takeoff. Yep. Let's do the departure. We know it's runway 34 and it's the Kalem 1 Papa departure. Kalem 1 Papa. I don't have Kalem 1 Papa, but I have Kalem 2 Papa. Let's go for Kalem 2 Papa. And after that, we fly to Sabda. We have, yeah, there we go. Transition to Sabda. Execute. And let's just check the legs. Everything looks to be in order. The route. Yep, everything is A-OK. Let's do the arrival. Also, it's going to be runway 20. And we're coming from Messix, so we want a Messix arrival. Messy. I think this is going to be it. Yep. Okay, Messy 7 Bravo. App transition. I'll leave it like that for the time being. Let's see, route. We have a little discontinuity over here. It goes from Odyssey to D20. Okay. Da, 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 da. Yeah, Odyssey, there we go. Execute. Menu, route. Okay, everything looks to be in order now. Good. Let's go to legs. And let's see, let me go to the comments a little bit. Ta-da. Amir, a little crosswind in Almaty and cold, also raining. Ooh, that is good. Crosswinds, rain, and the coldness. That is always fun, absolutely. Quadir, I should be getting a new PC around February, and hopefully it should be before Flight Simulator 2020, and I should be able to upload better content. Yeah, I think Flight Simulator 2020 is not coming until like at least mid 2020, so you should be a-okay. FBI Open Up is explained free to download and free to play. No, sir, you can try out the demo. That way you can see if the simulator works all right with your system, and you're gonna be able to, well, have a go at it, see how you do. But if you want the full Explain 11 experience, you're gonna have to buy it, and you can actually find it on Steam. Just go into the Steam store page and check out Explain 11, and it will be in the currency of your country. So it should be really a good deal. In my case being Mexican, uh, the it was a really good deal with the price. Qadir, yeah, explain from Steam, absolutely. Dusty Dog 33, thoughts on Flight Sim 2020? Well, it most definitely seems to be the next generation flight simulator that we have been waiting for a long, long time. So my expectations are high and my hype is higher. So there we go regarding that aspect. Okay, so everything is Gucci over here, Gucci, Gucci. And as far as I know, we are going to be taking off from where we landed. Yeah, runway 34. The runway is quite short. That was something I was really scared with on the landing. Maybe that was part of why I was a little heavy on the landing. Okie dokie. Yep, a very long time, good dear, most definitely. And finally, we are getting there. That is so much fun. Okay, better pushback. Pre-planned pushback. Let's do let's do this. Actually, how about we put it here and then we let them take us all the way to here so we can just go straight up and we can take all this time to start the engines and all that. I think that
Ground to
may be fun.
cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Okay, we have the altimeter set. It's 10,001, so that we are really good on that. And let's start with the pushback.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Dylan Herbert, sup, my dude. How are you doing today? Dylan, you're flying in my country. Oof, that is so nice, man. I'm really jelly of you. It's such a beautiful country. Quadir, just fingers crossed, nothing bad on the launch, cause we waited so long for this. Yeah, hmm, I mean, I am going to give them a break is if the release is a little bit kind of icky, but as long as we are getting what we are expecting to get, I think it's gonna make us really, really happy. I think it's gonna be an absolute blast.
Okay, all doors and hatches are
Feeling the great, I
closed,
just bought
ready to
this
connect.
the Cessna 172 rep, so I'll be lurking for a bit. Ooh, do let me know what's going on with it. I've heard really, really good stuff with that aircraft. I might get it myself. It sounds really, really, really cool. So it seems we're good for pushback. Let me just make sure I am ready for engine start. Oh no, wait, we're not ready for pushback, are we? Not yet though, or maybe we are, I don't know. Okay, what I need to be sure, okay, the packs should be now off. Uh, the bleed only on should be good enough.
So
Fuel pumps
connected
are on.
and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
I'm on it. Give me a sec, my brother. Yeah, damper, let's turn that off. The hydraulic pumps are off. These guys over here are on the up position. Should probably this be on standby. And yeah, I think we are ready for the pushback and engine start.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
We're now using the System Bravo for the engine
Hey,
startup.
quit blinding me with your landing lights.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Turn them off.
He got angry. I'm sorry, my dude. I completely forgot about all that. There you go. Anti-collision lights are on though. Oof. That made me feel super bad. Super bad. Okay, so NCG flaps 11. Let's trim this thing. Oh no, wait. Let's start our engines first. What the hell? Engine numero 2. Valve is now open. Oh my goodness, come on. Air. Oh, it's moving like crazy right now. There we go. Okay, here she comes. Engine number 2 and 2 above 10 now. 15. 18. Let's give her some good old fuel. Oh my god, what is going on right now with this? There she goes. Beating the grade. Oh, it is fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig into that most definitely. Cam S RF 2020 alpha testers under NDA. Yes, extremely heavy NDA. We need a grade. Have you ever heard of the A2A Cessna 172 on ESP? What do you mean by on ESP? Excuse my ignorance. And I do own a couple of aircraft from A2A for FSX, and I think some for prepared. Those are insane, insane air. My absolute favorite simulated aircraft, uh, right behind the F-14 Tomcat from Hitler. Okay, the engine. It seems everything is a-okay over here. Let's turn this off. And engine numero uno. There she goes. One thing I love about planes is that the start of the engines, the noise they make. Oh yeah, it's just so much fun. It's something beautiful and epic. Cam S, oh that's too bad. Yeah, but it's also a good thing because pre-alphas tend to be really broken, so we don't really want to see a broken simulator, to be honest. So it'll be good to wait a little bit. Oh, I'm damaging my engine by keeping that there. If you need a grade, you should do Aeromexico MD80 flight just to rep your country. Actually, you know what I would like to do is the uh, Mexicana, Mexicana of Aviation, Mexicana de Aviación, Mexicana. It's now a defunct airline, but it was a really nice one, and they used to fly the 727. So a Mexicana with the 727 would be so great in Mexico. And Mexico has so many VOR to VOR navigation charts available. It's really cool, really cool.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
ESP is the general term I use for FSX prepared. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I do have a lot of those aircraft. Rep makes the aircraft they mod become like an A2A experience. Okay, now I see where this is going. Because the Airfoils Labs Cessna 172 did kind of make the experience similar to A2A, but I just didn't see it uh, up there in my opinion. Still a great little aircraft. But yeah, that was my experience. Yes, Mexicana. The last livery was pretty sweet. It does sound great, doesn't it? It's something. It's quite something. Okay, so just to make sure everything is in order, engines are on. Let's turn this little thing over here. Oh, come on. Off. Off. The APU can go APU bleed off. Air supplies auto. APU off. APU buses off. Yacht damper on. Galley power on. And engine hydraulic pumps on. And yeah, everything's looking good. I did put my parking brake on. I didn't. Okay, there we go.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Standing by. Okay, and yes, CG10, flaps 11. Let's trim this accordingly for our takeoff. Okay, and we are taking off from runway 340. Whoops. we want a I said our flight level is going to be 260. Yes, that is correct. So let's go for 260.
So is disconnected
Set
and
that.
bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time.
For the
Have a safe
autopilot,
flight.
I want a 2,000 feet per minute vertical speed and a speed select of 160 and a, yeah, I think that's it. Heading hold, that should be a-okay. What's up with the bank angle? Wow, 30 is way too much, right? Let's just stick it over there to, I don't know how much it is. 20. 20 should be okay. And I think we are ready to taxi. Taxi lights on, strobe on. No, I'm sorry, strobe position. We got the position lights on, not the strobe at the time being. And yeah, everything should be a-okay. Qatar, I live in the UK, and the saddest news occurred last month. Our very high and long-lasting airline, Thomas Cook, got shut down. Yeah, I saw that. That was insane. That was crazy. What the hell? Seriously. Vinny, that great. I would say rep for default Cessna 172 is not on the level of the Airfoil Labs 172, but it's a great alternative if you can't afford it. Oh, okay, 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 okay. I see. So the Airfoil Labs still a little bit up there, right? Because it is great. It is absolutely great. Just I have A2A in another level completely. Well, 21,000 staff members lost their jobs. Oof. Oh, that is absolutely hateful. Quadir, yeah, real shame. Rate only 20 bucks compared to like 50 for the AFL. Yeah, well, it is a much much better deal, and I'm sure the quality is, and it's not like less than half of the Airfoil Labs. My friend's sister lost her job from Thomas Cook. She part of the cabin crew. Oh man, that is such terrible terrible news. Terrible terrible. Okay, let's commence our taxi. Good to hear. She was heartbroken, so was I. I can imagine. I mean, it's not just losing your job, but I'm sure she enjoyed the company. It does sound that way, most definitely. Okay, commencing our taxi to runway 34. We are en route to our destination, Christchurch. Everything looking good. This is a super short runway. It's crazy. Okay, so I think Christchurch has a longer runway, if I'm not mistaken, and I should be up for a smoother landing over there. Hopefully, hopefully. Okay, let's get into, well, first of all, let's make sure everything is in order. Landing lights. Let's turn these guys on. Strobe on. TCAS. Transmit and receive. Auto brakes. Takeoff. Speed brake armed. Not sure if that's supposed to be done on this aircraft, but there we go. What's going on over here? Oh, there we go. Let's do this. Okay, let's do 20. Glass low fail, whatever. Okay, everything seems to be a-okay. Rudder travel unrestricted. Ignition system be selected. Okay, that's good. Let's jump into the runway. Kadir, here we go. The best parts of the flight, takeoff. Yeah, both takeoff and landing, those are the good parts. Those are fun, 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 fun. On this aircraft, even takeoffs are exciting. You may never know what issues may arise. Okay, here we go. We want to use all of the runway because it's not too long. Benny the Great, every time I hear Christchurch, I keep thinking of that song, It's Every Day, Bro, by Jake Paul. Yeah, that's such a crazy name to have your city or town called Christchurch. That's something. That's something, all right. Okay, boys, let's give her some good old-fashioned throttle. We are keeping our brakes. Let's stabilize our throttle. That sounds good. Brakes off. Rolling. Oh my goodness, it is quite sensible. 80 knots, 100 knots, 100 knots, 120, 140, V1, rotate. Let's go. Positive rate, gear up. Probably do the, oh, let's fly manually for a little bit. There we go. Nice and pretty. Turning to the right. Okay. Let's see what's going on with our autopilot. Heading left, let's go for nav in this area, and let's go for auto throttle and autopilot. And let's go for 250 on the speed. How about that? At 250. Maybe we should also do the let's do the VNAV as well. Why not? It's gonna change our speeds, but it's all good. 180, we could probably take our flaps up by now. Hopefully. Yeah, it should be good enough. Okay. So landing lights, let's turn those off. And the auto brake off. And okay, everything's looking good. So why does it want to be at 180? That is a really interesting. Let's go speed select, and yeah, let's go to 250. I don't think there is a point of going this slowly. Here we go. Okay, transition altitude 13,000 feet, so that is, we need to have that on mind. We can watch out the window for a little bit. It's always very enjoyable. And you know what, guys? I'm gonna run real fast to the bathroom. So give me like 5 minutes. I'll be right back, guys. Alrighty, I am back. What did I miss? Oh, there she goes. It looks beautiful. Look at that machine going. It's super close to the ground though. What's up with the altitude? Why is it not there? The VNAV is just not interested in letting us climb, or what's up? Oh, there she goes. There she goes. Maintaining 250, now climbing super hard. Holy Jesus, like 6,000 feet per minute. Okay, well, you do you, Mr. Computer. You do you. Holy cow. Thought it was a rocket ship for a moment there. Okay, so everything is a-okay in the cabin. The landing gear is up. The flaps are up. Speed brake, that can be unarmed. Trim is working as expected. We do have the air packs on. Okay. Yep, everything looks awesome. Our next step is to go above the transition altitude here in New Zealand, as we have said already. It's 13,000 feet. After that, we're gonna be switching our altimeter to standard. That is going to be 2992. We're climbing quite nicely. Beautiful New Zealand in a beautiful MD80. I have never arrived into the what is it, into Christchurch, but I've heard it is a beautiful, beautiful approach. We'll have to see about that. Really great. You want a rocket ship? Fly the 727-100. Yeah, but ooh, there's our airport, the one we just took off from. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. Well, the 100, okay, because I normally fly the, what is it, the 200? Yeah, but it is quite longer if I'm not mistaken. And that thing with weight, holy cow, it takes some time to climb. And you really need to be careful with those engines because they will explode on you with without a warning, really. It is quite a savage aircraft. How are we doing over here? Okay, 11,000. And it is looking really smooth. Look at those beautiful mountains over there. We're going to be crossing a little bit of water. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, but I gotta try that. I gotta try the 727-100 with really small amounts of weight, just to see what's going on over there, and try out that rocket ship. What a lovely aircraft. There is just something about the MD80. Okay, so now about 13,000 feet, so let's switch to ultimate. Oh, no, let's keep that at 500. Let's go to 2992. There we go. 14,500. Let's have a look at our flight plan. Since we're going to be reaching our top of descent quite quickly. I'm sorry, top of climb. Even though it's marked over here, it seems we're going to be reaching it over here. And then our top of descent, it should be further away, it seems. I don't see the top of descent. We do have everything set up, right? We have our arrival. Oh, okay. See the legs. Okay, yeah, here it is. But I do not see the... Yeah, it may be very well be pilot error, but yeah, I don't see the top of descent. It is quite bumpy. We do have a little bit of wind shear over here. Just a little bit, like 3 knots of wind shear. 2 knots? No. Yeah, something like that. Really the great. The short aircraft always end up having some crazy climb performance. That is true. That is true. I really had to try that one out. Also check what I said before, your bathroom break. Okay, let me see, let me see. Oh, speaking of good aircraft, you should check the Hot Start TBM 900. Let me Google that. TBM 900. Oh, it's a take command from X Aviation. Oh, I see now. It's like the Pilatus, right? From TBM. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff right there. I actually love the Pilatus, so this must be a lot of fun. How's the cockpit compared to the Pilatus? Let's see. Oh, those are some epic glass cockpit right there. Wow, that looks beautiful. Kind of looks like an iPad. Flying with an iPad. Nice. That is pretty great. I most definitely need to uh, keep an eye out for that beautiful aircraft. Nice. Here we go. Oh boy, after this landing, I am going to get so much food. I'm super, super hungry. So excited for getting some hot dinner. There was some carne asada going on earlier today, so I got some on my fridge right now, and I'm gonna get that. That's gonna be nice. Benny, much faster than the PC-12, really? Oh my God, that sounds like a super fun experience. And I'm assuming it is kind of capable of short takeoffs and landings, right? Kind of like the PC-12. And you actually have an iPad on board. Ooh, that is fancy, fancy stuff right there. Most definitely. This is going right into my wish list. You know what else I've been really interested on the Concorde. Just that I've heard that it's kind of too beta, but still it looks really really interesting. Really want to give that a go. I've always been super fond of the amazing, majestic Concorde. Such a beast. Oh yeah, it can. Yeah, I'm sure with the performance that you're saying and being so similar to the PC-12, I'm sure we can get and reach some really really small airfields, and that is so exciting. I love doing that kind of stuff. Look at the aircraft. It's the wind shear is really noticeable. Holy cow. Bumpiness. Quite some turbulence on here. And everything is looking a-okay. The top of climb is over here, but yeah, it's where it The runway it marks it as MD20, not as a runway. That's weird. I I need to read a little bit more into these types of approaches. I'm kind of newbie on that. It can land at St. Barth's. Yeah, I'm sure of that. Uh, that's definitely something to try out without a doubt. Okay, almost reaching our cruise altitude of flight level 260. That would be 26,000 feet. Ooh, being a great. Yeah, it's like the F-16 but worse. Oh no, no, no. That is such a shame. Such a shame. Yeah, the Concorde, I'm sure. Yeah, that's a shame. I really want to take that for a flight, but I don't think the experience is gonna be as the experience that I would like having in there. Holy cow, this is so bumpy. Let's go for the external. Or actually, let's go for this view. Oh, it looks epic. Look at that. That wing is really having some fun. Now, what is up with the altitude? Why did it go? Oh, it's just having trouble to maintain the altitude because of the wind shear, or what is going on? No, 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 no. What's going on? Come on, we need you at 26,000. Let's go back to the wing. It looks awesome. About 100 nautical miles away from our destination, so doing pretty good. Indicated airspeed of 288, ground speed of 400. Nice, nice, nice. We're now trying to reach flight level 260. We're just having a little bit of trouble with that. Quite bumpy. Bumpy bumpiness. Look at that, New Zealand. Holy cow, are you epic? MD20 could be the middle marker for runway 20. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So I'm gonna to have to step up my game, but I think we're just gonna be able to do a visual approach anyway. So I'm just gonna have to make sure I have the correct altitude for the approach once I get closer. They only just implemented the engineer panel on cold and dark startups. Oh, really? It didn't have that before? That's insane. Good to know that now you're capable of do the cold and dark startup. I have a feeling XP's dev scene is starting to look like DCS. Um, well, I mean, early access is now the new thing, right? So, I mean, I am okay with that, but as long as you are really transparent with what you are going to be pushing, and that's okay by me. Maybe you should make a video essay on that, on the early access stuff, or what? That would be interesting, without a doubt. It's really a new era we are getting into on the simulation and gaming industry with all the early access and all that stuff. New Zealand is phenomenal. You should get ortho. Yeah, right now looking at the scenery that can be achieved here, I mean, I I want to get the ortho. Absolutely. That is for sure. Oh, wait. Holy cow, it is bumpy, bumpy. Look at that. Crazy, crazy. And the engines are struggling so much to stay on our designated cruise speed. They are having so much fun, that is for sure. What a beauty this is. Oh man. I just can't imagine how it will feel to be flying on the new Microsoft Flight Simulator with all the quality on the graphics, on the performance, on the scenery. It is just going to be such a crazy game changer. I really cannot wait. I'm so hyped about it. Back after my browser decided to screw with me. Yeah, that's that does happen. Qadir, just think about today, next year, we will be in the whole new generation of flying. Yeah, man. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And actually, for you guys that don't know or are not aware, on Thursday, Microsoft will be releasing a new video of the Flight Simulator 2020. This one is going to be about the sky, more in specifics about weather. So that is going to be super cool. So yeah, stick around because I am going to be reporting on that video and giving my thoughts on what we received, the information that we received from that video, and keeping everyone up to date to what will be coming next on the forms of updates from the Microsoft Flight Simulator team. It is super exciting. Okay, so how are we doing over here? Oh my goodness, it's so bumpy. Okay, so the legs. 2,000 feet, okay. No, this is really crazy. It, what is going on here? To Capgo, we need to be above 6,000 feet. And we are, from Capgo, really not too far away, to be honest. Probably I should start taking this down. So yeah, let's do that. I am going for, oh, what is going on here? Let's go for 6,000. Vertical speed. Let's do 2,000. Yeah, something is most definitely not okay with the way I set up my computer. Most definitely. But yeah, we don't have much distance from for I said Cabgo, like 20, 35, like 40 nautical miles. Okay, 40 nautical miles to lose a bit of altitude. I think we should be all right. There we go. Kadir, oh, I can't wait. Any F's 2020. It's just amazing. Yep. So happy to be able to be receiving this kind of information, all that stuff. It's so much fun. It's just a blast. Absolutely a blast. Being the Great, being a moderator on a massive Microsoft Listener 2020 page on Facebook, I can tell you loads of people are super hyped for it. Oh yeah, it is. It is worth the hype, I am sure. It's just we've waited so long, so long for something like this. It is absolutely fantastic. Kadir, I think next year will be the best year for gaming history because of the new generation consoles and new games, and especially FS 2020. It is just getting better and better. To be honest, in some areas it is getting a little bit lacking because a lot of we are getting a lot of unfinished games that they don't do too well on the sale front. because they are not in a very good state and they never get finished. So that's kind of tricky. Like even AAA games, like what was it? The other one, how was it called? It was from EA. The game was called Anthem. There was a lot of hype going on for Anthem, and a lot of people were really, really expecting something fantastic, but it was just such a mess on release. I'm not sure what the state is on right now, but on release date, it was such a tragedy. And we're seeing a lot of that stuff being thrown at us. Um, I, right now, the new Ghost Recon, how's it called? I don't even know how is it called, how the new Ghost Recon is called. I played Ghost Recon from the very, very beginnings. It is it is such a shame to see the situation it is right now. The it's not even a shadow of itself. How are we doing on? I think I really need to push this a little. We are. Yeah, no, I most definitely need to expedite my descent. Most definitely. Oh, this is gonna be heavy. On the speed, let's take it down to 250. Yeah, because it's cap gold is over 6,000. Okay. Oof, we're going, we are, we are sinking like a rock. Vinny, I'm just gonna wait and see, to be honest. It's fair. It's absolutely fair. You read my comment before my moderator on Facebook comment? No, no, no. Where was it? Oh yeah, the XP dev scene in particular. Yeah, I commented a little bit about it. Uh, the about the developer scene on X-Plane. That would actually be really interesting. And also going the early access, as I mentioned, it may be really interesting. Anthem was a game that was incomplete. Yeah, No Man's Sky, that was absolutely. But that was kind of different. The problem with it was hyped way out of proportion, and the team was not ready for that. And also the team was really small, and they knew they were not gonna be able to, uh, well, deliver on that hype. But they chose to ride the hype and go with it, and that led to a massive, massive disappointment. And yes, Breakpoint, go for Ghost Recon. Holy cow, it's not looking good, not looking good. As a old school Tom Clancy video games fan, it's not looking too hot. Not looking too hot. Tushar, get me FSX 2020. You mean Flight Simulator 2020? Kadar, I believe it wasn't EA's fault because EA gave BioWare 6 years to make the game, and Anthem only started to get developed for 18 months, and EA had to release it because it took a bit too long. Yeah, it seems like it was more about BioWare than EA's fault, to be honest. Um, Sadly. Harrison Wade, hey Crosscheck, got a question for you about beginners to flight sims. Where about did you learn everything to do with aviation in flight sims, such as IFR stuff and charts, etc.? To be honest, I bought myself a couple of books which would teach me more, better said, teach me how to pass the exam for a private pilot's license and a commercial pilot's license and a IFR pilot's license. That was basically what helped me the most. But what I am, oh boy, yeah, I gotta take it easy over here. It's almost gonna reach. Okay, come on, slow down, dude. Holy Jesus. Uh, but I want to do a new series. Actually, I am working on it. That it, I want to make a flight simulator from zero to hero tutorials that kind of guide you to all the things that you need to know and stuff like that. I think that is going to be really good, and I think it's going to be really fun for people jumping into flight simulation. And with Flight Simulator 2020, I think a lot of new people are going to be jumping and joining the flight simulation community. So I'm going to work on that. Obviously, there are a lot of really cool YouTube videos that teach you around, but I want to concentrate everything and make it really clear that like to have a how's it called, like a really zero to hero, learning the very basics and taking you step by step until you kind of get a grasp of all that is going on. And yeah, but Vinny is right. Watching live streams and videos, I mean, just by sticking around and kind of watching what's going on, you're gonna start getting a feeling of what is going on and what you should expect to do once you are flying on the simulator. Harrison Way, yeah, I used to a lot, but kind of got out of it for a bit. It happens. Vinny the Great Fly Sims for Dummies, basically. Starting there and going all the way to the more complex stuff. Quite a you nearly at 30k subs, so happy for you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I am so happy as well. It is so exciting. Oh my goodness, I should be about. Oh my goodness gracious, I am way too high. Let's go for 2,000 feet. Oh my goodness. I was too focused on the chat. I kinda got carried away. I don't know where I am nor where I'm going. I should definitely slow down. I may have to go do a little go around. My speed brakes are still all the way up. Where is the airport? It should be really close. Something is most definitely wrong here. Where am I and where am I going? Yes, I definitely messed something up on the. Oh no, wait, done. Let's see. Let's cheat a little bit. Oh no, not here. Oh. Yeah, I'm straight ahead. I just don't see it. I may be blind though. Oh, I see now. Oh, there we go. Okay, I am actually lower than what I should be. Okay, so that's actually good. Let's stay at 2,000 feet. 2,000 feet, I said. Okay, there we go. Okay, I can probably take it easy on the speed brakes now. Speed brakes armed. Flaps, let's do 11. Auto brake, medium effort. Speed brakes are armed. Oh boy, landing lights. The altimeter is all wrong. This was way too fast and I messed up a couple of things. Most definitely, yeah, this goes like this stays like this. Okay. No, I'm not gonna be using ILS right now. Most definitely there should be an ILS here. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I want to do the manual. I wanna improve on my last landing. We don't have wind shear right here, so it's looking really good. You guys can try and guess the vertical speed I'm gonna be landing on. Last time it was, if I'm not mistaken, uh, about 200, if I'm not mistaken. But this time we should do much better. Landing gear. Let's go full flaps. Okay, I'm going a little bit high, but we can lose the speed. Not a problem. With all these flaps and the landing gear, it's gonna help us a ton to get a little lower. And the runway looks quite long, so I can do a little floaty for a buttery. So I'm gonna try my best for a buttery. A little low, too low, way too low. Super low. That was actually terrible. Okay, a little floaty. Okay, that was not super buttery, but it was all right. Reversers, let's go. Now below 100 knots, we can get rid of the reversers. Let's use some brakes. All right, yeah, minus 160 was not a bad, that was not a bad one. Okay, let's get off of here. Putting that buttery in that toast. Jevag Hernandez. Yep, Quadir, you did a perfect job on that guess. Let's turn on our APU, which is, I don't see it. Where is it? Where are you? Where are you? There we go. Start. Okay, here we go. Harrison Wade, popcorn for this landing. Yeah, that was a pretty not cool approach, to be honest, but the landing was a-okay. Okay, yeah, I'm doing quite of an interesting job here, taxing to the ramp. We need too floaty. Yep. I was most definitely going for a floaty there. Harrison, do you use a joke or stick? I use a stick. It is my preferred flight control. Let's put this thing on. Let's wait. The APUs are now alive. Generators on. Let's turn those engines off. We can turn off all the landing lights. Position strobe, canticulation, wing lights. And yeah, let's leave this pump on. This pump's off. Emergency lights off. Seatbelts off. Smoking sign off. Yaw damper off. Galley power off. And we can let them, okay, let's give them air conditioning with the APU. And yeah, whew, there we go. This goes back to 0. Flaps all the way up. I need to do this before coming to taxi, but I just forget. It's been a while. It's been a while. Now we got that in order. And yep, there we go. Here we are. Harrison Wade, free copy of FS 2020 coming your way for that. Quadier YouTube. It is sponsored by Harrison Wade. So there you go. Ward Hara, thanks for taking us along for the ride tonight. Nice job. Thank you very much for sticking around. It was an absolute pleasure. Uh, it is always such a pleasure to have you guys around. An absolute joy. Overshot cleared. What alternative to the default ATC do you use? To be honest, if I want to fly with ATC, I fly in VATSIM or in the other one. I remember I forget how it's called. I think it's Pilot Edge, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the ones you want to use if you want the ultimate experience regarding ATC. I do not use ATC for like the AI ATC of the game. It's just not worth it in my opinion. Vinny, absolute mad lad. Wardhara, turn the smoking lights on. Yeah. Vinny, a Warthog by any chance? No, I have the T16,000, but I am going to get the Warthog. Hopefully this year I'll be able to get it. The thing is, the the shipping and handling costs for the Warthog are insane. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ship it to the U.S. and go. I need to go to South U.S. To do some business down there, and I'm gonna pick up the Warthog. That's gonna be really cool. Quadir, well, it's 4:15 a.m. in the morning. It me in the UK, but I do not care. I'm enjoying the stream a lot. Thank you, sir. An absolute pleasure having you around. Vinny the Great, hey, maybe some copies of FS 2020 may be on me as I may get extra copies because I'm a Facebook group mod. Oh, that would be awesome, Vinny, if you for any reason want to also help me provide the copies that you have. It would be my absolute pleasure to give a little bit of exposure to the channel. That would be great. And also for the Facebook, that I'm sure the Facebook doesn't require much exposure. I'm sure it's huge as fudge, but that is awesome. You should definitely go ahead and offer that. I think it's going to be an awesome opportunity. Queen, such a nice, calm stream, and to talk with some incredible people. I absolutely agree. I have been enjoying the company of all of you guys. It's just a blast. Such a mature audience in here in Fly Simulator. Even if the agers are not considered mature, I think the behavior from everyone is an absolute peach. Just so much fun. Qadir, from now on, whenever you stream, I'm surely gonna stick around. Thank you, sir. It is a pleasure, absolute pleasure. I will try to let you guys know more often when I'm gonna be flying. Uh, I do have a link on the video description, if I'm not mistaken, of my Discord channel. I'm gonna try to let you guys know what is going on when I'm gonna be streaming and all that through the Discord server. So if you haven't, please do feel welcome to join us over there. It is a pleasure to have all you guys there and to continue the discussion that we have on the streams over there. It's just absolutely amazing. Pranav Dudia checking in from Canada. Can't wait for the flight. Thank you very much, sir. Sadly, we just finished the hops. uh, we reached our destination, and it is now time for me to go get some yummy yummies. But thank you very much for joining us. It is a little bit sad that you joined us at the end, But yeah, come join us at the Discord channel, Discord server, and I'll be sure to let you guys know when the next stream will be and at what time it will be, so you guys will have a better idea of what's going on. Captain Hall, Crosscheck, nice to catch a live stream. Been watching your updates of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Thanks for all the amazing insider info. You are mostly welcome. Sadly, the stream is just finishing, but I'll do as I said. If you can jump into the Discord server, I'll try to let you guys know when my next stream will be over there. Vinny, the Warthog is that stick that every DCS driver uses. Yeah, the Warthog is just it is beautiful, isn't it? I've just heard so many good stuff from it. I really want that stick. It's on my plans. I just don't. Basically, the shipping and handling costs pretty much the same as it, well, almost the same that the stick. So holy cow, that's a big no-no. I'm gonna have to find another way to get it. Vinny the Grey, I was serious by the way. Microsoft probably won't give away free copies for an FPS group mods. You may never know. You may never know. I mean, for some creating some nice uh, stuff on a big channel that supports the simulator, who knows? Maybe the developers will jump into it, but only time will tell, of course. Vini, you could use the communities feature to post about streams. That also, absolutely, I am also going to be utilizing that. I just get a little lost over there on the community feature, but yeah, most definitely try to schedule a stream over there so you guys are uh, on the right channel. So yeah, we'll be through the community features of YouTube and also through my Discord server. Not a problem. Kadir, I will surely join right away. Thank you very much, sir. I will see you over there later on. Thank you very much. Luis Cota, woo, take off to us. Pranab Dutia, damn. We'll wait for next streams. Yes, sir. I'm sorry you got at this time, but yeah, absolutely. It was a blast. It was super fun, and I'm gonna think what to do on the next flight. If you guys have some recommendations, the Discord server is also a really good one. You can go into a channel that it's called recommendations, something like that. Let me just make sure how it's called. It's called suggestions, and you can go into suggestions and let me know what you think I should do for my next video or my next stream or something like that. I really enjoy having input from you guys. It's super fun. Krashek, do you live in Western Mexico, judging by your meal time? No, I am in North Mexico, Northeast Mexico. But yeah, I was going to eat a little earlier, but the stream got in the way, so there you go. Yeah, it would be a dream to have a war thing in the future. Absolutely agree. I am really looking forward to that. It is an absolute beast. Cole Mac, hey Crashik, will you ever post a video about your setup for Flight Sim? As always, love your videos and hello from Canada. Hello, Mr. Cole Mac. Thank you very much for being around. And yeah, at one point I am thinking about doing a setup. Right now I just moved to a new home, so it is quite a well, lacking, and things are not the way I really want them to be. And I do want to upgrade a couple of stuff. And I will most definitely be walking you guys around my setup and well, my recommendations for my experience, of course. Harrison Wade, see you later, everyone. See you later, my dude. Have a good night or good day, whatever you may have next. And thank you having you around. Vinny, I see. I was under the assumption that you were way too far back in the time because of your stream's timing. Yeah, basically, I wanted to do it way earlier, but I had some family reunions and reunions, reunions. I don't know how it's said. I'm sorry, but yeah. So I made it home quite late, and I really wanted to make a stream this weekend. So I said, you know what? Heck, let's do it. Maybe some people want to watch a stream before going to bed, or while on their commute to work or something like that. You know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. You have no idea how happy you guys make me for making this such a awesome experience. It's just not I am not able to fly alone by myself now, and without this community interaction, it's just so much fun. Uh, I hope to see you guys around. Link to the Discord server is in the description. If you like the content, of course, be make sure to like and subscribe. It's always really helpful. And I hope to see you guys soon. This week, I am expecting a couple of really interesting videos. We have the update from the skies of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 that is going to be really cool, and some other videos that I think you're going to really enjoy. Hopefully, on the weekend, more streams regarding DCS and also XP11 should be a lot of fun. It was an awesome having you around, and yeah, have a good night or a good day, everybody. Absolute pleasure. Happy flying. Cross. Check out.